What is up, everybody? It is I, Ronin, and coming at you a little late with a April Fool's Day deck. We have just some sick pranks. So you might be thinking, why not prank kids? Well, first off, I hate that deck with a burning passion. Not as much as other decks, but you know that one's pretty up there. So I decided to just try to make a deck that could mess with a opponent as much as possible. So yeah, what I ended up coming up with was number 26 Spaceway Octobypass Turbo. And yeah, let's go ahead and get right into the deck profile. So let's start with our boy Octopass. So he's a rank 3 light attribute, Psychic, requires 2 level 3 monsters, and at the start of each battle phase, you can detach a material from it. So during this battle phase, a player can only attack with one monster, but that monster is able to attack directly. This can also apply during your turn. So, you know, you can do something cheesy with that, I guess. However, if you activate this effect, if a monster dealt battle damage through a direct attack, control of that monster is switched. This means you can also give Octo Bypass to your opponent. So the idea behind it is that we have it on the field, we make direct attacks happen, and then from there we just take advantage of direct attacking things and effects to make it just kind of goofy. So ways that we can be goofy with it, we have Swift Scarecrow and Battle Fader, who each activate on direct attack. You special summon Battle Fader to stop the battle phase. You drop Swift Scarecrow to stop the battle phase. So that's pretty cool. We have Gores, because if someone hits you, you summon Gores, and then you summon a token with the amount of damage you just took. No one ever really properly playing around Gores. Of course, you might be thinking, oh, that clashes with the Spirit Barrier and the Drowning Mirror Force, but that's where the mind game comes in, okay? They think he has all these ways to stop damage. No way he's got Gores. He's not taking hits, he don't got Gores. But guess what? He's here anyways. Because he's the greatest prank in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, you didn't play around Gores, that's just awful. However, in order to help get us to our Octo Bypass, we do have several engines with Psychic level 3. So we have Tracker, Mental Seeker, Wielder, and Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. So the main thing about Tracker and Wielder is that each can be special summoned so long as you control a level 3 monster other than itself. So by themselves, they're an engine. One's a tuner, one's not. It gives special effects to like your Hyper Psychic Riser if you want to go into that, or your Hyper Psychic Blaster if you want to go into that. Mental Seeker is just a normal summon we can have on field for it. And Ghost Ogre is a Psychic, so it helps us make rank freeze as well as just being a hand trap. So it actually does synergize fairly well with the deck. In order to help get to these, we have our Emergency Teleport as well as Pot of Extravagance for the draw power. That's why everything is being ran at 2 or 3. Called by the Grave, because this deck does rely on a good bit of searching. So, you know, want to have that. Wave Motion Cannon, kind of our win condition just because we don't do a whole lot of direct attacking. Because generally speaking, you don't want to give your opponents monsters, except for when you do. Because there's a few fun things you can do with Octo Bypass. Oh, hey, that's my buddy, Hatsuma. But yeah, basically, Octo Bypass, you can do a lot of wacky things with it. I'm definitely going to be making more decks with it just because it's a really fun card. But we have Wave Motion Cannon just for the potential of winning the game. Storming Mirror Force shuffles everything back into the deck when you are attacked directly, which guess what? Octo Bypass makes that possible. Trap Trick, so we can get to our Drowning. And Spirit Barrier, which says while you control a monster, you take no battle damage. Also a Spicy Tech and Ghost Trick if you want to use it there. But it's all in all pretty cool. It's a very fun deck to use. But yeah, let's go ahead and go over the rest of the extra deck as well, just because we can. We have our Nightmare package for removal purposes. Hyper Psychic Riser, which requires a tuner and a non-tuner, is level 6, and usually what you would be making with Tracker and Wielder. It's also a pretty weird card. It makes it so that monsters with less attack than it can't attack, and neither player can activate the effect of a face-up monster on the field with more attack than this. And if this is destroyed when it's in your possession, it floats into a tuner and a non-tuner in the grave with the same type and attribute, bringing them back to your hand. Then we have Hyper Psychic Blaster, level 9, requires a tuner and a non-tuner psychic monster. It does piercing damage, and at the end of the damage step, if it attacked a defense position monster, and that is lower than this card's attack, you gain life points equal to the surplus. So, it's pretty good. It's a good way to gain life points back, and if you can go into it, it's neat. Now for our side deck, which is pretty standard, we have free Kaijus for going second, free Lightning Storm for going secondary, free Blizzard because, you know, you gotta make people chilly sometimes. Free Storming Mirror Force in case we ever want to get rid of Spirit Barrier just for the sake of getting rid of the mind games, and free Impermanence in case we need that sick effect negation. So, yeah. All that being said, if you're new here, we just go over a few replays. I show you what I liked, what I didn't like, what I thought was really cool, what I thought was not really cool at all. But yeah, all that being said, I'll see you all in the first and this time only replay. Alright, everybody, welcome to the first replay. I am Tab. We are playing against Raging Avenger. Not a Calm Avenger, a Raging Avenger. I'm assuming Hulk, but then he's playing a bird deck, so like Hawkeye or Falcon. I don't know. Your naming choice confuses me, Raging Avenger. And if that was a part of your plan, then, well, you got me. Good job. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get right into it. We will be going first with this deck, just because you do want to be able to do that. We've agreed to 2020 things, and Wielder Tracker, just make the Octobypass, set a emergency E-Telly just in case we need it. And that's pretty much what we've got so far. Obviously, the Swift Scarecrow and the Gores in hand really does strengthen our position here, so it's pretty decent. This is actually a fairly decent turn. So however, we're on to our opponent who's going to draw another Blackwing. He's going to go ahead and mind control our Octobypass and then start spamming the field with Blackwings, as you might expect, making Raikiri the Rain Shower, which will be able to pop things on the field. So it tries to pop our E-Telly, so we go ahead and activate it to put Ghost Ogre on the field in case we need to hand trap anything. Plus, it's a defensive wall. Thankfully, like the fool he was, he did attack into Gores, and Gores got him with his own version of a sick prank. So, pretty good stuff. However, because Octobypass, yeah, we just get his Blackwing, so yet another Octobypass is the best card, guys. I'm telling you, it's the best card. But he is just going to go ahead and make the Halcophebrax go into Synchro Monster Quantum Drag. It's not bad. It's not awful. However, we are able to make the Nightmare Cerberus, which will just out it immediately, which is pretty good. Discarding our Swift Scarecrow, so we get rid of it, and we can just attack for some damage. Oh, so yeah, and we go ahead and set the Drowning Mirror Force, because, you know, it could happen. So he's just going to summon Chris, attack over, then it is back to us. We're going to get a call by the grave, which is pretty good, and we're just going to start sort of attacking into things, because Mans can't get over Gores. We know this. He did get pretty lucky with the Allures, though, managing to get Gladius, kind of putting us at the moment at a standstill, except for the fact that I now have a wave motion cannon, so I can just wait it out. However, it is still... So at this point, it's just kind of us continuing to pass until we get to a point where we're good. He is going to go ahead and try to have us with Gale the Whirlwind, but like a fool, he forgot he already had one in the grave. So we just negate it. And he's going to go ahead and make the Wise Tricks to get Zephyros out. Then he's going to start trying to do a combo. Why he didn't do this before, I have no clue, because he's kind of going off here. However, he is going to go ahead and slurp up our Gores, summon it out, make the Union Carrier, go ahead and equip the Thunderbird from hand for more damage, and he is going to try to attack, and we know about the Infinity Negate, so we're baiting it out with the Swift Scarecrow so that we could use the Drowning Mirror Force on his second attack. I am very happy he attacked with Union Carrier first. So he is going to negate it, at which point we do take a bit of damage, and then we just Drowning Mirror Force, and it is back to us, so we are going to draw. summon the wielder or tracker, and we could have one right there. But you know what? I want to end this with the wave motion cannon. Finish up with our pranks for the day. So unless he cannot OTK me with well, he can't kill with a radiant. So yeah, that's basically how the deck works. It's really funny. Uh, it has really weird synergy with things. Does a lot of just odd interactions, and I love it. And it's very fun to mess with people with this deck. I wouldn't recommend it if you're trying to do this at like a serious tournament, but all the cards are fairly cheap to my knowledge. Oh, they were even before, the incident that has been happening lately. So I mean, just yeah, give it a try if you want. It's weird, it's wacky, and it's a lot of fun. But you know what? Let me know what you guys think of the deck. Is there anything you want me to try? Any ways I could improve this build at all? Any other fun things you could to do with Octobypass? But yeah. Like if you liked, comment if you have something to say, and subscribe if you want some more. This has been Ronin, signing off.